Hey everybody, it's Lewis Porter Jr. Working on my lovely two screens and getting them together since they're all synced up. My hat is on. My camera's kind of in the right spot. It's really off a little bit, like here. Doing the Facebook stuff. Ugh. That's better. Moving stuff around. Today's going to be one of those interesting days since it is, it's Wednesday and it's comic book day, so it's not a very typical topic for role players, but it will be an interesting topic nonetheless. I think a lot of people will enjoy this one. I'm enjoying this because I think this will be very interesting, but I'm that kind of guy. What can I say? So today, well, I don't want to spoil that one first, even though it's a big thing. Okay, let's talk about something that is related to this. It's more gaming related, but still, it'll be fun related since it's about art. We got finally in our last piece of art for the New Exist campaign book. This literally is the last piece of art I was waiting for. I'm not doing anything more for this book. I have to check it one last time with the editor to make sure I haven't made any dumb mistakes or I left some stuff out that I shouldn't have. But the last piece of art for the infamous Destroyer has come in, and that's going to be put into the book very quickly. Hey, Shanita. I'm going to put very quickly in the book, get it all set, get it all ready, and just keep that moving because it's one of those things. It's like, oh, I don't want to. I've been doing this book as long as I have. I'm just to the point where I'm really just tired of seeing it now. I don't actually hate it yet, but I do. I'm very much like, okay, let's get it out. I'm really tired of looking at it. There have been people who've been waiting for this book for a while. So it's like, oh, God, finally, the end of the tunnel as I see it. So it's eventually going to be done and put out, and people will be happy. So that's good. Also, I have to work on my dedication to the book. I always knew who the person I was going to dedicate the book to was. Hey, Alan, what's going on? Hey, Andrew, what's going on? The dedication was going to be for Carla, my wife. Initially, I thought about putting the dedication to Lucas, and it's one of those things that's like, Carla was, literally, before we put the first book together, we just gotten back together, kind of, sort of, time-wise, and, and she was there at the beginning, and she saw the first book that was basically put together with me, a lot of great artists, and JP, who did a lot of the, getting us organized and getting everything together. So, and I kind of wanted to, give her the same dedication. I've already given her a dedication in the first book I ever did for Haven City of Violence. And that one's a very interesting one because, the dedication was written in 2000 when we first started dating. So she's referenced in it kind of like, oh, a girl I'm dating, da, da, da. It's a very kind of thing. And it's like a nice thing about her, but it's kind of funny that it's such kind of a quick little thing. Looking now, 15 years back, it's kind of funny that she's, going to be another one dedicated. And I keep saying, well, maybe I'll put Lucas. I'm like, no, I want Lucas to have his own dedication for his own thing. This thing was a thing I started before he even was even a concept. So I'm just like, let me just, dedicate this one to, the person who was there for a very long time and, who told me I could do anything I wanted if I believed in myself and just do it. So this one is dedicated to her, which is, it's her book. Why not? It's a great book. It's a great book. This book is, I'm very proud of this book. It's, it's very much a step up from the original book. A lot of things that were in the original are in this, but also some other stuff that was just some cool stuff we wanted to do. We added to it, so that's kind of cool. So, boom. That was a good thing. That's kind of cool. That art came in. I also, for all of our people who don't know, if you're not a donor, we sent out the table of contents to all the donors. So they saw it's three and a half pages long, 3.25 pages long. So yeah, but I have to put together the donor list, which I'm probably going to do very soon. If I get the donor list probably done, which will probably be done like tonight, tomorrow-ish, weekend-ish. Hey, Jason, what's going on? We'll get it all set together and then boom, pack it up and then send it off. So, that's a kind of a cool thing. Yeah. Okay, I've got it open. I guess we'll talk about comic books right now, and then we're going to go talk to the real topic tonight. So I picked up 3 books today. I kept it very light. I picked up All New X-Men, and the reason I picked this book up is always the same. Mark Bagley did the artwork. I'm a huge Mark Bagley fan. Can I see it from here? Yeah. I'm a huge Mark Bagley fan. So much so, I can actually grab these on my bookshelf. Hold on 1 second. I still have. Jeez, watch it. I got my bottle here. I'm thirsty today, so I got to keep kicking the bottle. That's what I'm like. I got these. If you've never seen this book, it's called Electric Undertow, and it was from a spinoff of a book, Strike Force Mutari. I never pronounced it correctly. Basically, and it was like Mark Bagley's first work. And I love that book. I thought it was, he got on the end, and it was a great book. I thought it was very interesting. And then he did these Electric Undertow, which you can still see a lot of his classic art style in this, which I like, and it had one of my favorite cool characters, Random. This just a very cool character. I just thought it was a cool idea, and just a good book, good idea. So that's why I bought. Why I keep buying All New X-Men. I mean, he does the art. I love his artwork. I think it's amazing. If you've never seen Mark Bagley's artwork, Mark did Spider-Man for a while, became very popular in Spider-Man. That was like his big moneymaker. So yeah, it's one of those kind of cool things. Of course, then I bought this, and I'm really upset that I bought it. Uncanny Avengers 14. This is the whole Mutant Unity Squad one. I've just come to the conclusion. This storyline does not excite me at all. I guess they're trying to get me excited about this, and it's not working. It's not working. I am a comic book fan in the traditional sense. Hey David, hey Angel, hey Steve. People jumped on while I was in the middle of talking, of course. It's just, yeah. This is not what I expected. The problem is really, I mean, just point blank, I'm a fan of the Avengers. Hey David, I'm a fan of the Avengers, and I have a very certain mindset. I've been collecting the Avengers since I've been collecting comic books, so it's like 30 years. So my feelings on the book are very, very specific. So when they're trying on the new stuff and adding certain characters, I'm like, no, that's just not how the Avengers work. No. And doing this, they're just trying to grab money from the movies, and it's just a bad idea. So I'm just like, whatever. And actually reading the book, that was not very good. And that, and it pisses me off because it's like, okay, this book wasn't very good for $4. This book wasn't very good for $4. This book, which I'm halfway through, Earth 2 Society, which I really like a lot. Dan Abnett is doing the writing. I'm a big fan of Dan's work. He understands how to do large groups and stuff. I just think he gets it. He really gets it, and he loves like classic Golden Age type heroes. So, boom. It's lots of cool stuff. It's just lots of cool stuff. I love it. If you haven't picked it up, you might want to pick it up. Yeah, I mean, it's solid. It's what I expected it to be. Here's the funny part. The book I didn't pick up that I thought I was going to pick up, and I just said, nope, I'm not going to do that anymore, was Black Panther #6. I love comic books, and I love Black Panther, but I think this new Black Panther series, and I've said it before, is really not good. I think people who've never read any Black Panther ever don't know what this book's about. I mean, not this book, but just the characters about. I get the idea what the writer's trying to go for, and at the same time, it's like, yeah, that's not going to work in this book. I don't think so. I'm not. It's not. Like I said, it's not that I don't like the guy, and it's not like I don't like the Black Panther. I just don't like where they're going with this. It's just, I've always had some fundamental problems with that. And, once again, I read the book when Chris Priest did his jump on scene, which was awesome. I think Chris Priest understood the character in a really kind of different way and giving it from a great perspective. And one of my favorite lines of that book was basically, the Black Panther, Black Panther Wakanda don't need anything from America. We can't buy them off. We can't sell them. We can't, they don't need anything from us. So that puts them in a very different perspective. And I thought that's a great way to talk about that book. I mean, dude, the most technological nation on the planet who doesn't need anything from the United States. How many different weird, interesting stories can you talk about that? The whole corporate aspect of it. I mean, that alone. The colonization of Africa, but this place has never been conquered. I mean, there's tons of great stories to tell, and they're not telling the stories that interest me. So, I mean, there's some people who love it. I'm not the one. So, hey, you can read if you like. I'll wait to the movies. I'll just wait to the movies, and I'll be happy, and that's all I need. So, Boom. That's what I'm gonna just go with that. That was just whatever. God, like whatever. What were they thinking? They were thinking they'd get some quick money. That's what they were thinking. They're thinking a guy like me be watching the thing forever. They were wrong about that one. I mean, good Lord. They were very wrong. Very, very wrong. So let's talk about the topic today. The big topic today is happened with Bleeding Cool, the website. Maybe if you don't know, you're not familiar with it, Bleeding Cool does a lot of just great, cool, comic related stuff. And I read it a lot because I'm a fan of it, because they have like comic book stuff. Do you think X-Men? I think, Alan, I think Marvel's going to let X-Men go under just for the mindset to keep them out of the people's mindset in the movies. So Marvel will get back the rights and they can do all the cool stuff they want to do. You know. And yes, Steve, Chris Priest and Sal Luter were awesome in that book. That was a great run. Even the Chris Priest run at the beginning, I thought the co-client trade paperback is a great trade paperback. I mean, any story where a guy accidentally sells his pants to the devil for his soul can only get crazier from there. And, I think Chris Priest is really good at that. I think where Chris Priest kind of fell apart, see how we're diverting again, fell apart is when he did the Captain America Falcon series that came out in the 2000s. I think he did very much like his start in the middle and try to figure out what's going around. The problem was the coloring wasn't right, and it was hard to figure out who was who. But when you read the book, you'll kind of, if you ever read it, it's kind of interesting. Like there's two guys running around as Captain America. One's Captain America, one's this other guy, they basically refer to him as the anti-Cap. And there's some interesting things that happen in the book. They're smart, but it needed some help. It needed some help. So back to the topic at hand. So the Cincinnati Comic Expo is taking a stand against rip-off artists. Now, I'm a huge, huge fan of art. Everybody knows that I'm a big fan of art. I promote artists. I pitch artists. I find artists. I'm very serious about art. So when I see people have taken artwork and done some Photoshop effects or some kind of manipulation, then put it on their site or wherever, the table at a con, jug, and try to sell it, I have some fundamental problems with it. I mean, well, not even fundamental. I just have some problems. See, if you bring the water jug out, it's going to be a rant. So strap in. Yeah, Jason, I just can't imagine. I'm going to see Jason put, you're in the same camp with this art. I just don't understand how you can take someone's artwork, try to manipulate it, and that's you're trying to manipulate it, and then have the audacity to try to sell it to make money. That's it. Look, you can photo manipulate a lot of kind of stuff. I photo manipulated stuff that I thought was cool, and I was like, hey, it's cool. Let's put it up. But to sit there and go, yeah, this is cool, and I did all this artwork, and you should pay me, is like the most disgusting, lowbrow piece of garbage thing I've ever seen. How dare you take someone's hard work and use it for this kind of manipulation? Now, this being said, this made me remember something that happened in the RPG industry. This is an old one, and I'll never forget this because I kind of was involved in this, on a weird sideways kind of thing. So there's this artist I was working with. I'll never forget this guy's name, Gary Hive Simpson. And this guy was an artist. He was a 3D artist. He was doing really great artwork. His stuff was just amazing. And he was supposed to do some stuff with me on, I think it was for Haven City of Violence. And we talked, we sent emails back and forth, and it was like, oh my God, yeah, I can't wait. This is going to be awesome. This guy's going to be totally great, totally great. And we went to it and did the whole thing, and he did his thing. And I'm like, oh, great. And he sent me like some roughs of the ideas. And I'm like, oh, this is perfect. This is why I love it. And then something happened and he just fell out. He didn't finish the work. He didn't get it done. And I'm just like, and this is back 2004, 2005-ish. Now I got to actually find the incident if I can find it, but it's been such a long time ago. And this is kind of pertinent to the story. So I heard about, this, and I got mad. But I was like, all right, well, the guy didn't come through. No big deal, whatever. Flash forward like a year. Holy cow, you do not tell me he stole the web. This guy stole the. So I typed in his name, and I'm like, does this guy actually have a website like online? I'm like, no, it can't be the same guy. No way. But I'm looking, so now I'm all interested. Jesus, it might be the same guy. Okay. So flash forward a couple of years ahead. He started doing work with this other company by the name of Blue Devil Games. Blue Devil Games was run by a guy locally down here in South Florida. And he was doing a game. Oh God, I can't think of the name of it now. He was doing a game called Jesus. See, this is funny because I can't remember the name because the guy he was actually working with is a very good friend of mine, Lee Hammock. Lee Hammock, who you might know from the video game for Pathfinder they were going to do, and he'd written a lot of stuff. I cannot think of a stupid thing. His name is stupid setting now. Oh, it's driving me crazy. No games? Yeah. Oh, 2008. Boom. I didn't know it was that far back. Wow, it's been almost only 8 years. So I posted about this in my thing. If you can find it. Is this? Holy cow. What makes it funny is I'm looking through this, and this is like a long, this has been, almost 10 years for me. Boom. We're talking about this whole yeah, the whole Gary Hive Simpson way back in the day. Crazy. So so basically, okay, let me get back because I just put down a damn rat hole on that one. So Gary started sending in pictures to this whole new thing they're doing that Lee was writing, and the artwork looked really beautiful. I mean, look, I was like, wow, this is a great artwork. This is amazing. I mean, it really was. It was great artwork, and I'm like, I cannot wait, man. This is like, boom. There's gonna be some really good stuff going on here. People are gonna really like this. Okay, I'll get to that in a second. So Gary sends this artwork, and everybody loves it, and it starts going out for press for stuff, and stuff goes around, and then the other shoe drops, and this is where it becomes really bad. Apparently, Mr. Gary Hive Simpson took a bunch of artwork from several well-known comic book artists, including Travis Charest, who was a big guy at the time, and took some headshots of some characters, did some photo manipulation, and then put them into the book as if it was his own artwork. And there was a big hoopla because, Blue Devil Games is using this stuff as artwork in their products, putting out press releases on the stuff, and it's going, and it's like, holy cow. So we've got someone using stolen artwork in a professional product, putting out stuff and the artist claiming it was his work. Oh, did I forget to mention the other part to this, what makes it kind of interesting? The person who actually runs Blue Devil Games just happens to be a lawyer. So yeah, so this whole thing goes from bad to worse. And there's people talking about lawsuits, and there's people talking about this. Dawning Star, boom, there it was. Dawning Star from 2004. Yes, I knew this was from 2004. I just talked about it a long time ago. I hadn't. Oh God! This is one of those moments that just it went down. It went down. And the dude used other people's artwork like it was his own, and like he didn't even care. For some reason, they act like he didn't even care. It's like it's plagiarism. It was crazy plagiarism at that. You're like, dude, what the? Yeah. And Gary Hive Simpson just disappeared and was never heard from again. And the sad part was he was actually a good photo manipulation kind of guy. But, that's one of those moments of, it was not good. It was not good. So, yeah, if you ever want to search for it, you can find it. It's on the internet still. It's just good Lord, man, the dude stole artwork from a well-known comic book artist, and he thought he was going to get away with it. Like, what were you thinking? I mean, what were you freaking thinking? That was just stupid. So yeah, that is another piece of the weird moments that happen in this industry and lots of other industries, I guess, that people think it's appropriate to do that. I am not one of those people. I think it's incredibly inappropriate for you to try to steal someone else's work and put your name attached to it. So what the hell? But all right, I'm reading these two answers. Is it possible for artists to sell artwork as stock and then someone's going digitally edited product as stock? Okay, Alan, yes, it is possible for people to sell artwork as stock. But the stuff that these guys were using was not stock art. I mean, people were taking Jim Lee pictures that he'd drawn. Like if you look at the article, it's actually the link thing. If you look at the article and the link, there's a picture of from the Cincinnati one. This guy who's a well-known thief. He's got Aquaman on a throne that Jim Lee did for DC Comics. And he's using the art, saying he photo manipulated. So because he photo manipulated, he could sell the art. There's another picture that's a well-known one of Jim Lee of Batman during the run he did. And it's Jim Lee's picture. I mean, dude, it's Jim Lee's picture. And you got the artist going like, yeah, this guy going like, yeah, I did this. And it's like, dude, you didn't do anything. You photo manipulated something that you didn't even own. So yeah, there's another picture of the article where this guy's got a Bill Watterson picture that he photo manipulated and has been selling it as his own. And you know, this had been, the guys in the con business did not really look at that. They're like, well, we're not going to look at this. We're going to not get involved with it. It's not a big deal. We're just going to leave that part alone. And there's another picture. This is another one I love. It's a picture from Mass Effect. It's it's Shepard from Mass Effect, and this girl put like a little splatter technique on it, and she's selling it, like it's her own artwork. And it's like, dude, you're violating IPs left and right there, and just it's crazy stupid what you're doing for several reasons. But the most and basic reason is there are people who earn their money. This is how they earn their money. This is how they do their stuff. You cannot take what they're doing, stealing it, modifying it for yourself, and then selling it. What the hell? You haven't done anything. You haven't built anything. You just took something you wanted, hope no one noticed, and then tried to sell it. And as you should, be arrested and definitely at a minimum be sued. I am all about that. You can't take other people's work and then try to manipulate it and try to make it better for yourself. I mean, that's just ridiculous. So I'm trying to read these as fast as I'm talking about this, but it's like, all right. So Steve, Ellen, yeah, I think I mentioned that piece. Yeah, and it's in the home guy, the poster. Jason, they're not. What they're not doing. Okay, you're saying it's not illegal. I think the legality part becomes when they. Okay, I'll see that in a second. I think the legality part becomes when they start to try to sell it. When they're selling it and then claiming it's their artwork, that's where the legal part becomes, wrong. But you can't take, and let's be honest, we're not talking about pictures they're making of their own creations. We're talking about things that already have IP, our well-known IP. We're talking about pictures of Batman, someone photo manipulated to try to sell for themselves. Well, Batman is owned by Warner Brothers, lock, stock, and barrel. Jim Lee doing the art for that, he got paid for that piece. That's part of a thing he's done. And he's let the IP holder, they gave him money for it. This other guy is not Jim Lee, is not the IP holder, and it started said, I'm going to do my own thing because I think it'd be fun, and it's like, it's insane. You can't do that. And this shouldn't be acceptable by anyone's standards, especially like any other artist. I mean, if you're an artist, there's another one. If you go see the link I said to you, I think this one is a video, or is there? I have to find. There's a video where a guy confronts another artist about this, and his son's there, and the guy in the video is cursing a little bit. No, not a little bit, a whole lot. And it's really not. It's that part I didn't think was cool. Was the kid's there, but that kid was like old enough. He's probably heard a lot more swear words than that. But man, oh man, you can't. Wow. I mean. Let me give you a great idea. Let me give you a great, not even idea. Give you what's going on. So, as of late, I've noticed on Pinterest, I keep going through Pinterest, and I keep seeing these 5e things go up. And I'm like, oh, look at these cool 5e pieces. And I noticed artwork that pop up, and I noticed some artwork pop up. And then I noticed a piece of art that popped up, and I was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I'm like, what the? Someone had used one of my pieces of art that I paid for on this free product that they were putting up and doing layout for, and they just used the art on it. Like, whoop, up, da, 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 da. But they liked the piece of art, and they thought it worked well with the thing. And I'm just like, whoa, wait a minute. I'm like, you don't own that piece of art. And it's like, the reason they used that piece of art, because it looked like something very cool, and it wanted to help him product look more professional. And, he used a picture that I own on his piece that he was just using. Now, I didn't go pummel him to death because he wasn't asking for any money. He gave it for free. He had the layout. He picked a nice piece. It's a nice piece. I get it. I understand that. He could have asked me for it first, and maybe I would have been a little more open to it. But just go do it and be like, yeah, I'm doing it now. That's not a good way to start a relationship with me. And, his attitude was, well, the artist didn't tell me I couldn't do it. And I'm like, well, the artist sold it to me, so he doesn't have any rights to it. See, when he sold it to me, I got all the rights. That's what part of what we do. I buy art, it becomes mine. Ta-da! And for this guy to even think that, you know, to do that, I just thought that was just, I mean, the arrogance was like, oh, I didn't know. I didn't know I couldn't take your art and use it on my product for free. Because, you know, it's like, and this has become like the mentality of late, that people don't understand like intellectual property. And, you know, people are like, well, you know, it's just an image. I can use it. It's no big deal. There's no old-fashioned respect for the work that was done. So, you know, it's one of those things that like, I'm really think it's scummy. I think it's like just the scummiest thing you can really do. See, there's a thread going on. I'm trying to read and trying to talk about this stuff. Were you given just credit? They're talking about actually something I can't, because I can't see all of it here. Yeah, it's just, you know, it's silly. You don't have to look. I understand people want to see cool artwork. I get it. I don't think there's a necessary need to steal artwork for the artist who worked hard for that. If you like it and that's cool, that's cool. And if you want to show off the piece that did something you photo manipulated for yourself, yeah, you put it up, but then you reference the artist. You're like, hey, here's a piece of art that I took from so and so that I manipulated. What do you think? I think that alone is also that's a you've already told people, look, this isn't my piece. I'm showing this piece because I love this. I think it's a cool effect. What do you think? That shouldn't be a problem. I think it becomes a problem when you start selling. You go, oh, I want to sell this and make some money because I think this could make me some money. And you're like, dude, you're taking Jim Lee's artwork. Well, yeah, but it's not really Jim Lee's artwork. It's my artwork. And to fool yourself into thinking that, you know, I think you're an idiot. You know, that's just me. But, you know, it's just, oh my God, I can't even conceive someone thinking that's like legitimate, legal, good, or anything like that. It's like, it's the exact opposite of what that is. You know, you should never, ever, ever do something like that. And if I catch you, I'm going to beat you with a stick. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do because I think it's ridiculous. You know, dude, I sell stock art. You can buy my stock art, manipulate it all you need. I've gone on my way to talk to artists to make it possible that you could do that. Those same guys that you saw who did all the stuff with the DC com, if they bought my stock art, they could have saved themselves a lot of wear and tear, done the same thing, and possibly even sold more if necessary. You know, it's like people just want to. I just want to take for what I want to take. And you know what? I'm glad that freaking cons have decided they're gonna crack down on this. A lot of people have been saying, oh, well then, you know, how can the cons do this? Shouldn't the actual license holders go after this? And I was like, and I talked to another post. I'm like, most probably can't spend time running down stuff like that. But and even better, if I was DC and I'm going to some big con and I walk around the con and I see a bunch of people selling artwork for my stuff that we didn't license to them, and I know we didn't license to them, I'm going to go to the con guy and say, look, here are people here selling my product at your con. If you want my company to ever come to any of your cons ever again, you need to get those guys out of here, like immediately. And some people are like, oh, that's not a cool thing to do. And I'm like, oh, hell, it isn't. You know, please, man, somebody's taking, you know, money out of your pocket that you had to pay the guy for, and this guy's trying to make money on the side. This is his side hustle. You know, that's side thievery. Just call yourself a thief and keep it moving. I'm just like, holy cow. What level is artwork? Nicholas wrote a point here, and I didn't read the rest of it, so I'm just going to talk to this post I read. At what level of transformation does the artwork become a distinct arc of work? If you're taking someone else's work and you're adding to it, and even though you know you can still see their work in the work, then that isn't a distinctive transformation. It should be like music. I could take a song. Oh, great example. Mary Had a Little Lamb. Mary Had a Little Lamb has been played by lots and lots of people like this. Good Lord, now I can't think of his name now. Oh, the artist, the guitarist, Stevie Ray Vaughan. Thank you. Whew. Stevie Ray Vaughan did a version of Mary Had a Little Lamb. It doesn't sound anything like Mary Had a Little Lamb. At its basis, the words are the same, but the music is different, and he sung it a different way. That's what you can do. You can pay homage to something. Great example that we did, and I talked about this also today. The X-Men cover 141, the one that John Byrne did with all the X-Men faces on that. We did the exact same cover with the Iconics from Neo Exodus on there. That was paying direct homage to the piece. I took our characters, used their layout, made something different, and we drew it from scratch. I think that was, and that's the piece too. An homage is something you're doing as a copy of something else, but I'm not using the actual pieces of the original piece in it. I am looking at that for an inspiration. I'm using that, and I'm changing it to fit, my specific agenda. So that's a line for me. That's the line for me where things become, clear and muddy. It's like if you're using somebody's original art to make a piece based on your stuff, then it better be like so unrecognizable I can't tell it. But if I can still discern that guy's stuff inside your stuff, you've already got a problem. If I can look and go, oh no, I know where you copied this from, you got a problem. You thief that one. You straight up thief that one. That's just, my opinion on fan art being sold. You shouldn't send fan art. You shouldn't sell fan art you don't own property to. If it's public domain items, this is to Angel's comment. If it's public domain, you can do as much as you want. There's tons of public domain things that you can do. You can do Tarzan, that's in public domain. Is John Carter Warlord Mars in public domain? I think it's in public domain. Anything public domain, Sherlock Holmes, public domain. You can still do cool stuff. You can do reinterpretations of cool stuff and still rock out with that. But if you're stealing stuff, you're ripping stuff off, you're garbage. You don't have to rip people off. You don't have to. If you feel a need, if what you're doing, if you think it's wrong and you're not sure, if someone was doing it to you and you get upset, well, congratulations, you just found out you're doing the wrong thing, and boom, that's the way it should be. You don't have to look. I'm no artist in any sense of the word. I can't draw a straight line, but I've been a graphic designer for 25 years. I find stock art that it's sold on websites. I use it for my stuff. I manipulate it like I need to, and it gives me a cool piece. Because those are the rules I'm playing with. But not like I'm going to take somebody's stuff because I just want it and I'm going to do it up. That's just crazy. I do, but... Yeah. The problem is, David, they're stealing. I think that's going to become... I think this is the beginning of the end. I think big companies have had enough. I think big companies are like, nope, no more stealing of our stuff. No more. And you can keep trying to do that little pony stuff, and you think you can try to get that stuff done. I think more people are going to find that stuff out. They're going to go out of their way to get people tossed out of shows, and they're going to come down because look, the piece that people are really forgetting is very, very simple. They don't own it, and they're using it. And eventually, the con guys are the kind of like the instigators, like saying, "Oh, we can't do anything to stop it." Well, DC says, "Okay, we're going to sue that guy for copying it, and we're going to sue you for facilitating it." At that moment, I think when cons realize they're going to be on the hook for this, that's when everything's going to change, like it is now. I think once con guys are like, "Oh no, wait a minute, you want me to pay for this guy's thing? Oh no, we're not having that." And you're going to see a lot of people jumping ship and kicking these guys out of here and coming down with an iron fist. That's what's going to happen. That's how I see it. I think that's going to be the smart move. And the guys who are faking it, dude, this is your end. This is your end. Figure out a way to do another hustle. Great idea that you thought copying was a good way to go. Maybe if you guys didn't copy so much, you might have been able to do this for a lot longer. But the jig's up. It's only going to get worse. And people are going to only be more serious about it. So all these artists who've been, doing all this stuff on the side, like, hey, I'm using people's IP and I don't care. Well, your time has come. Your time has come and it's over. And I don't feel bad about it. And I'm glad it happens to you. I don't think the IP laws are going to, Alan just said, do you think this will change the IP laws with original fan art? I don't think fan art is going to be labeled protectable under that. Dude, you're taking someone's IP. If you're going to make fun out of it, that you can caricature, maybe, but still, I don't think you can sell that. You can make fun of it, you can make movies of it, you can stuff, but I don't know if you can actually sell it as a legitimate source. That I have to check on. But I know parody is protected, under certain stuff, but still, it's going to be hard to prove parody in drawing and stuff like that. So, what about pro artists drawing other people's characters? Yeah, that happens a lot. That happens a lot. That is, and those also are direct violations and stuff like that. I think the companies look a little less down on those if it's their own guys drawing their stuff. But I think, man, it's gonna be messy for a while. I think, you know, the people at DC, what will probably happen, at least in my head, is that DC will offer their own guys a little license so they can sell their stuff that they've drawn for them over a certain amount, and probably say, you know, it can only be this type of art, this type of thing, this type, you know, that's what they'll do. They put limitations on it, and they'll go to the cons. And they'll be like, yeah, I can only do this kind of thing. Da, 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 da. Let me see this. LP and others sell lots of great art. Publishers who steal art shouldn't be publishing. See, like I said, Steve, satire is satire, but theft is theft. Let's just call it like it is. You know, I know people have stolen art from me. There's a publisher now. This guy is such a scumbag, and I think this is what pisses me off the most. He traces on top of the art that I did, like, well, not me, my artist that did, so he can put his art in the thing to do. And it's like, dude, the art's like $8. You can buy the original piece for $8, but he's too cheap to do that. He traces on top of the art that he sees in the images when we do the pop-up, the review, and then uses that for his art in his books. And I'm just like, are you kidding me? And I just get to the point, I'm like, you know what? It's not worth it to chase down this guy for the $8 he wasn't going to give me anyway. But it's like, this guy's just proven to me, it's like, wow, man, you're just a loser. Straight up, big L, loser. Get out of here, man. Forget about it. It's crazy. So, yeah. So I'm a little passionate about this. All right, I'm going to be done since we went over our time. See what happens. You get all crazy. Jason, I will not tell you who does it, but you can see his work because let me tell you, he is a third-party publisher of Pathfinder. And you can see where he copied my art. I've seen it many times, and I'm just like, you know what? I'm going to run into you eventually one day at a con. And, you know, I'm probably going to call him everything but a child of God. So that's all I'm going to leave it like that. You know, hey, that's what happens. This is the industry you're in. If you think that's a good long-term plan and you hope you don't meet me, you know, that may not be the best plan. But, hey, you know, I'm real simple, man. I believe in fate. I don't have to worry about running into people, because eventually we're going to run into each other. It's just the way the world works. You know, the world's a circle. Everything comes coming back around. All right. So I'm done ranting and raving about this art stuff. A lot of good stuff. I got to finish reading. I got to finish doing some stuff and relaxing. I tell you, man, it's crazy out there. It's crazy on that art thing. So everybody, thank you so much as always coming by, checking us out. I knew this was going to be a heated topic. I didn't think it was going to be like that heated. To me, it's only felt like I've been talking for 5 minutes, and it's like almost 40 minutes. I'm like, damn. But once again, good topics. You get excited about it. You don't realize time goes by so quickly. So that's kind of cool. All right. So tomorrow, of course, is our recap show for the week. I might be even changing that show to something else. I might try to do something a little more cool. And since I'm okay, you know, I didn't say this last night, but I'm gonna say it tonight. Well, also before I say that, since I just looked at this, for the people who were watching our YouTube yesterday, the video cut out short for some reason. I'm hoping I extended the time on this one. I'm hoping this works out correctly. I think this is still bugs they're working on YouTube. But if it doesn't work out well on YouTube, do me a huge favor. Send me an email or send me a notice so I can know, so I can check it, so I can tell YouTube what's going on, and we can get that part fixed, because we want to get that. We want people to see the whole video. That's why I shoot 2 of these. That's why I shoot the camera and the video, so they can see both on either way. I was tempted to get my third camera in here and do some other crazy stuff, but I don't know about that yet. Maybe on Twitch. There's a thought. I really didn't think about that. There's a thought. But I digress. So as always, thank you for coming out. As always, do us a huge favor. If you haven't done it yet, go to our YouTube page and subscribe. We need subscribers to actually help get us more information on what we're doing right and what we're doing wrong. Also, I think we're still, as of tonight, only 9 away from 200 people subscribing. So that's kind of cool. So I got that stuff to do. There's all kinds of stuff you got to do. All kinds of stuff. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. I appreciate you coming by. I'm going to go do some more work because I got some more work to do. And I will talk to you all tomorrow. See you later.